I'm John.
I'm Mohammed.
And this is the 10-minute challenge.
Let's go!
All right, in this 10-minute challenge, we are going to make lattes in one machine. This is a DE1 XL. It's not an especially fast model. It is our normal model that we sell to everybody. And you can see I am weighing. Now, that was 15.42, and my guess is 3 beans brought it down to 15.1.
All right.
I'm always trying to get within 0.3 grams. Okay?
All right. Do you have a target this time?
I would love to hit 5 espressos in 10 minutes. If I can, 5 lattes in 10 minutes.
Yes.
If I can do 5 lattes in 10 minutes with this very simple setup, that would be good because...
I think it's too simple. You basically, that's all the basic requirements. You don't have anything fancy at all.
No, I mean, I've been timing my local cafe, which has got a 2-group professional machine, and on average, I have to wait 7 minutes for my drink, even when there's no one waiting. That's just how long it is.
Maybe it's you. They just see you, they're like, yeah, this guy can wait.
So that is us starting that off. Now, because I only have one machine, I cannot steam during brew, so I'm going to weigh the next one and get it ready. Okay, so
why can't we steam during brew? This is a question I get a lot.
We can't steam during brew because the machine has one water path. So it's either steaming or it's brewing, and it's using full power to get there. So if we were trying to steam during brew, what would happen is we'd have to sacrifice power during steaming if we're also brewing. So you'd be sitting there with half-powered steam, and you'd get kind of annoyed.
Right.
Speaking of annoyed, I should definitely prep the milk here. And I am trying something new. In the way there, what I'm going to try and do is actually weigh out 120 mils of milk for each one. There we go, 121.
Okay. What do you think of this?
Well, the espresso just finished, so I'm going to hit steam now. Okay, and there's my espresso. All right, and that is not high enough. Okay, so
so you have to hold it the whole time.
I'm going to have to hold it. I was just trying to experiment to see if this scale was tall enough.
Obviously, that sound.
And that sound is not what I want. Now, what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to find the bubbles, which I can do afterwards, and I've almost repaired that disastrous start. Okay, now
nice.
It is still a bit. Now, when you see a cafe doing this, what they've just done is they've just screwed up the bubbles.
Right.
Okay, and so that actually looks pretty good in terms of foam. It's a little thick. Okay, but not out of the ordinary for what you might see in a cafe. But you can see how those bubbles are coming out. That is not desirable.
Right, yeah. I mean, the end result has little bubbles, but I would be happy with that in a coffee shop.
Yeah, I mean, that was a big screw up. That sound was bad. And I had about 15 seconds to fix it, which I did, but I'm not happy with that end result.
All right. I'm gonna let you focus for like 1 minute and then I'll bother you again.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is just get this next dose started. What I'm hoping is that I can have, because the niche is so slow, I'm hoping to basically let it run and not pay attention to it, because it doesn't really matter if the niche continues to grind.
Right.
Okay. Now I'm back over here, and what I'm hoping to do now is 120 mils again. Okay. And the reason I'm using a scale is because it saves me from rinsing it out.
Right.
So I'm not rinsing each one out.
Yeah, because you basically have no loss.
So I'm going to steam this by hand because the scale is not at the right height.
Yeah, okay.
Now, that's what you should be doing anyway to get a quality drink. So it's not a bad thing. If you take a look here, we're 10, 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm going to steam so I end up at 60.
Okay, so you stop it a little bit before 60.
That's
like
right.
At 51 or something.
It is at 58 is where the end result was.
Okay, that's the purge.
And that is looking like much nicer foam.
That is
now.
very smooth, yeah.
This does not have the big defects that the previous one did. Okay.
Yeah,
and
it's much better.
It'll be actually interesting if you can compare the two.
It does.
The first one is a total disaster, right? I should have probably not served that to a customer.
Yeah, well.
But
80 here will drink it at the end. So,
So I do like that the niche is now finished and I've got my dose ready.
Right.
So I don't know how I'm doing time-wise
You're
here.
5 minutes in, so you still have 5 minutes. So I think if you speed up a little bit, you can hit your target.
Okay, well, we will see. If I do 4 drinks in 10 minutes, that would still be a lot faster than my local cafe. Okay, so 2 beans there.
What do you think the thing that's slowing you down the most right now? Aside from me.
What's all the problems in my life are you, that's right. Didn't you know that? That's what employees are for, so I can just blame them for all my failings.
Of course, yes.
I'm not sure that I could answer that question yet. Because right now, the machine is kind of running full tilt.
Yeah.
Right? The espresso is about to stop, and as soon as it stops now,
Yeah.
I'm going to start steaming. So it just stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to steam now. The steaming will take about 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Now, I personally prefer flat whites to lattes. So the steaming I'm doing here is not making really big bubbles.
Yeah.
It's making finer bubbles.
And that's for flat white mostly.
More like a flat white, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. Now I do have a few big bubbles there. I think they're gonna collapse out as soon as I. There
All
we go.
right.
Okay, so those collapsed out.
Yeah. Still looking
And
smooth.
that looks just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And there's our espresso, which is also looking really nice.
Yep. I've been looking at the charts and they're looking quite good.
Yeah, the
That's the
espresso's-
default setting, right?
This is just the default, which is a kind of lever shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So I'm not doing any sort of fancy latte art, but it's also interesting to know the bubbles are holding up pretty well.
Yep. Except for that first one, it looks kind of sad at this point.
So I think what I probably could be doing,
Yeah.
now that you mention it,
Yeah.
is I should be starting the next espresso as I'm pouring the milk. I
Right,
think the
yeah.
milk pour is taking me about 30 seconds. And I should try and get the next shot because now I'm just waiting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
You're also waiting on this and waiting on that. So it's two things that can be already in progress while you're doing something else.
yeah, exactly. So
All right, we still have 2.5 minutes. I actually believe we'll probably make 5 or like
we're going to be
4
close.
and a half.
We're going to be close.
Which is impressive, given the very simple setup. I think you should, we should finish this video and then send it to your local cafe.
All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this ready so that I almost had
Nice,
this ready as that's there.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to bang this out. However, I am not going to lock in that portafilter because if I did, it would start to bake it. It would
That's
bake the
right.
puck.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
instead, I'm going to steam this milk. And as soon as I finish steaming the milk, I'm going to start the next espresso.
That makes more sense. All right, we're 1.5 minutes out and we're doing well.
We're going to get pretty close.
Yep. And
Okay.
by we, I mean you.
Okay. And then what I'm going to do here is that's going to finish there. I'm going to swap out that cup, start the next espresso.
Nice, that's perfect.
There. And again, I don't know if it's the camera. I'm getting a few big bubbles as I'm coming from the side that I'm having to bang out. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this milk consistency.
Yep.
Okay. So there we are with
There
4.
we go. 4. And we have a solid minute.
Well, we should be able to get there.
What is the weight on the milk? What are you weighing?
I'm doing
120?
120 mils on each one, and I have purposely not started the next espresso because all I'm going to shoot for is 5 and 10 minutes.
Yeah, but that was very smooth. As soon as that stopped, you started steaming.
Yeah, there is no delay. While we
Yeah.
can't steam during brew, we do have a heater for steaming and a heater for espresso,
Yeah.
and it's there ready to go immediately.
Yep.
And you can see I'm getting a really nice whirlpool. So
Yep.
this time I'm actually managing the focus better on
Yeah.
my steaming, and I think our foam quality is going to be much improved because of that.
That's perfect for the last one.
that
We
looks
have
pretty good.
basically 5 seconds left, but that's it. You're pretty much there.
All right, so I'm doing a really fast pour.
That's 10 minutes, that's it.
There we go.
On the dot.
Ta-da.
That was also the most beautiful art. Look at this. Look at that.
That's because I didn't think about it.
Who would have known? You need to rush more.
So the only thing I didn't do, which is worth noting, is
Yeah.
I did not clean the steam wand as I went.
Yeah.
Which is not great.
Yeah.
That's, you know, it's not bad if every 5 drinks you do it. And I liked, because I weighed the milk for each one, you can see I have almost no waste. That's all the milk
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasted
yeah.
from all that.
That was the word I was looking for earlier.
And then each time also I was able to steam the right amount of time. Okay. So there
All
we
right.
go.
What do you think?
5 attractive ones. And what you'll see is you can see the one I really botched has really, the latte art has become really indistinct.
Yeah.
Now this one is now 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And there's some coarse bubbles there. Okay, probably resulting in the fact that I didn't rinse here, so I still had some big bubbles.
Right.
And this is 5 minutes out and looking pretty good.
Yep.
This is about 3 minutes
This
out.
looks great.
Still looking really good.
And
this
that
is
last
looking
one
perfect.
is beautiful.
So other than the lack of symmetry for that last one, I think this is pretty successful. So averaging one full latte, that was 15 grams in, 30 grams, 36 grams out, 120 mils of milk. So these are, well, sort of a typical latte you'd get into a cafe.
Very rushed too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have to be that fast and you still manage it.
Still manage it, and hopefully they're good to drink. So thanks
Amazing.
for tuning in. I
All
will
right.
see
Thanks guys.
you.
Let's hear the next one.
Put that down.
Whoop.
Everyone wants to see your face.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You are the star of the show. I am here to support Mohammed.
Cheers.
DMC. Tune in next time.
Yep.